All right, greetings, everyone. I hope all of you are doing well within your space and time. So, of course, today is another day that we are here to meditate, to relax a bit, but also I'm adding in a little bit of extra information just because, based on the waxing and waning of the energies around us, also due to quite a few consultations I had this week, and it tends to go that way. People who do not know each other from all across the world. Sometimes it may be gender based, sometimes it may be around the same age ranges, sometimes it may be based on certain regions of the world. Everyone would have the same question or make the same exact comment or make the same exact purchase. And it's very random. These people do not know each other at all or anything like that, right? So, just like, all right, so I'm going to get into this first before we get into the meditation, because I think it would lead to just a deeper, more relaxed meditation. And that is actually knowing what is really taking place around you, in the sense of trying to instill fear inside of you. Okay, so many of you all know that last year, it was going around, everybody was fearful, extremely fearful, that on January 1st 2023, which has passed already, there was going to be complete lawlessness in the streets. That people were going to be shooting, all type of businesses are going to be broken into. It was going to go complete lawlessness. This was promoted on pretty much all the social media platforms. This was promoted in many of the major news organizations, cycles they put on, the internet and on TV. And so it was so much fear happening at that time that I said, this is ridiculous, because, again, we are a metaphysical organization that does see through things quite easily, because a lot of this stuff is not as complex as it seems. And so we put out a podcast back then, and the podcast you see on the screen, you can find this still on our YouTube channel right now. And so this podcast was the Discerning Eye News. It dealt with the Illinois Safety Act. Will criminals roam the streets? You decide. And in that podcast, I got into the exact laws, exactly what is taking place, exactly what would take place. And guess what? What took place was exactly what was stated in this podcast. And it was nothing to fear at all. Okay? It was zero to fear. Not only that, but that is the reason why over the last few years, especially during the whole plan that went down, that locked everyone down, all the chaos that was happening in the streets all across the United States, it was because of this, actually, because it had already happened. You see? And those in the know, in those organizations of chaos, they had their minions who seem to be influenced by Patala, Sutala, and Mahatala. Okay, for those who listen to the latest podcast that dealt with Hinduism. Okay, a lot of these people seem to be influenced by agents of chaos from the energies that are underneath our feet. They were roaming the streets, breaking in everywhere they could find, causing tons of chaos. Some of them their hearts may have been in the right place, but they were maneuvered by these agents of chaos to cause conflict and confusion. This was because of those laws that had already been passed previously. So they knew, and the higher ups informed them that they would be roaming the streets. They can roam the streets, and the consequences to their actions would be the bare minimum. They knew this for a fact because, again, it had already passed, right? So since the majority of that law already had passed already, it was nothing to worry about because we're past that point at this point. Okay. So we gave you the facts. Many of you did listen. Many of you did who were anxious, who were in fear. You released it and you were better because of that. So let us move on here. So there is a Meta Center member who has been a member for quite some time, who utilized the Meta Center's techniques and went viral. Okay. And this person who went viral, they just put up a video. They got over 2 million views. They got hundreds of thousands of likes, hundreds of thousands of just people making comments on the video and everything else, right? And this was on TikTok. Now, what happened was that this person who went viral asked me a question. She made a statement. She said that I keep getting all these comments that are vile, that are evil, that will put one into fear, put one into that lower vibrational state. And she kept saying this. So I asked her to take some pictures because I want to see these comments, because I had an inkling of something. And that inkling dealt with these being bots, okay? Bots, computer programs. Now, I knew this for a fact. I've been knowing this for years, okay? In computer circles, we do talk about this, that many of the people that many of us are corresponding with online are not real at all. A lot of the comment sections that many of us may go onto online, and it may be some crazy comments in those comment sections that get us kind of riled up, that get us feeling angry, or maybe some of those comments may bring about a bit of fear. They may not even be from real people. They may be from creations, from computer programs that were created by nefarious forces, again, that may be influenced by the inhabitants of Patala, Sutala, and Mahatala, okay, the underworld, all right? And they're there to create just negative energy, right? So I had her take pictures of some of these comments, right? So first I wanted to know, because this will say where this potentially is coming from, right? As you see on the screen here, it says, can you connect to TikTok's API? What this means is that on many of the social media platforms and other websites and other applications that we all use, some of these companies will allow access to the API. And what it means is that it allows us, limited access to use some of the tools of their application for some benefit that we can benefit from. Okay. And it seems that TikTok does allow this. So what happened was that you're about to see on the screen here. You see the screen here. You see this person here, right? But guess what you're going to see next? The same profile image, but a different name, as you see. Then what are you going to see next? The same profile image with a different name. What are you going to see next? Again, another same profile image, a different name. Okay. These were coming in by the thousands. Okay. By the thousands. Back to back to back to back to back to back within seconds of each other. That is not natural. That's not something how a human would operate. And the comments that this person kept making were extremely vile toward the woman who went viral. Extremely vile, extremely racially inciting. Okay. Why would that take place? Now, this is happening all over the internet. This is happening in the comment sections of YouTube, Facebook, Reddit, Instagram. This is happening all over the place. Whether the comments are to create anger, okay, whether the comments are there to create fear. And the entities there are entities who have created this, yes, but these are computer programs. These are not real people. Here's some different ones that also came through. Here's another one here. And of course, I'm getting to a point here. And I hope that you all are seeing and kind of now starting to infer and kind of predict the point I'm getting to. Here's another one here, right? Here's another one here. Okay. And I had one more as well. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Okay. One moment here. And here's another one here. Okay. So you all seen, I mean, they were coming in by the thousands of comments. All were very negative. All were to incite that left-right paradigm, nonsense that we see. And of course, this happens on a greater level with the, these different political parties and stuff like that as well. Okay, it's all connected and it's all the same. You all most definitely support us, and we're here to inform you of what is taking place around us. It's not that what is taking place around us is nothing to, let's say, be cautious about. But just be very careful of what you allow within your mind, because what you may be allowing within your mind may not be real at all. And I just showed you here. These comments were not from real people. 100% not real. Okay, so let me move on here. Okay, so I covered that. Is there anything else I want to cover with this real quick? Okay, so what does the fear, what does the anger, what does the nonsense that many do internalize? What happens from this? Okay. On top of course, we have environmental factors. We have, factors from the food we eat. We have factors from the air we breathe. And so if we have these factors taking place around us from the food, from the air, from the environment itself, and we are connected to the environment, all of us are connected to each other. Okay. So even though, for example, let me use myself as an example, you all, my energetic state is very much autonomous. Okay, what that means is that I'm not affected as much by the ongoings of the world around us. All right, it does not mean that I don't have emotions at all. I'm a highly emotional being. All right, but I don't allow it to affect me at pretty much at all. Maybe like we were to go 0% to 100% being to affect you, it may only affect me 1 to 2%, not much at all. But I am here with everyone else too, right? And so when we are all connected. And so when the people around you are stressing out, when they are stressing out because of being manipulated by computer programs, like I just showed you on the screen, right? Computer programs. And if I would have posted what these computer programs were saying, they would pretty much, YouTube would take down this video because it was just that vile. But the comments did seem real. Okay. So it wasn't like the comments, you can tell they were fake. No, they actually seemed real. And she was, the woman who went viral, she actually made comments to me like, why would this person say these vile things? Okay. Because these computer programs have been created by entities who want to create chaos, not only in the world around us, but also in our minds. So going back to it. So even though I'm not affected as much by what takes place around us as others may be affected, I am still in the world as well. And we are all connected here together. And so some of you may be feeling at times, especially if you're balanced. So you're balanced, you are handling your business as you normally would. Everything in your life is going according to what it should go. Okay. As far as for your life, you have not caused a bunch of chaos in your past. You just live in life. Okay. So as far as you are okay. You're eating quality food. Your thought forms itself are quality, right? You meditate, you get out in nature. So if we had a checklist of the positive the positive activities that a person should do on a daily basis, you're doing all of them. You the check boxes, you got every single one of them if we were to create a checklist like that for you, right? But yet, at times you feel extremely stressed. At times you feel bothered at times. Sometimes you feel fearful. And literally, when we analyze your life, when we analyze your mind, there's zero reason for you as a person to feel that way. Well, guess what? It's not coming from you. It's coming from the people around you. When you look at your neighbors, many people, as I'm traveling on a daily basis, I'm traveling from coast to coast, I'm looking at people, they seem stressed the heck out, okay? They seem highly bothered, and so on and so forth. Think about it. These people are cooking your food. If you eat out, that's why these days, personally, my advice to many of you would be try to cook more of your food if you're able to, okay, than not. Because a lot of these people who they mean, I'm going to assume they mean well. There are people who don't mean well, but we're not going to talk about those people. We're going to talk about those who do mean well. So even those people who do mean well, they're stressed the heck out because they are being manipulated by those agents who are influenced by Patala, Sutala, and Mahatala, and so on and so forth, instead of listening to the blessings of, let's say, Brahmaloka, right, from the heavens, right, or God, or whatever, right? So, of course, I'm using this Hindu podcast that we did a few days ago for you to go back and listen to that, because there's some key things for you in there, right? So, oh yeah, somebody just said something here that made me think of something as well. Since this person, now peep this, you all, family, just listen to this. Some of you also may be wondering why so much chaos is going on some of these platforms, like TikTok, for example. Because the Medicine member did go viral, they started to message her and now put her into and streamline her into some of these more exclusive programs that only happen if you are a person of worth, okay? If you are a person who have went viral, I'm talking about extremely viral, and so on and so forth, right? So you have reach. Now they put you into certain programs. And in those programs, the programs are goofy, tasteless, and nonsensical behaviors. But if you do those, they will give you, it will give you the ability to actually make money. You get what I'm saying? So for example, what if I said, okay, everybody now who's went viral, excellent, good for you. If you want to make an extra $100 this month, get on TikTok and strip. Okay, do a strip tease. Okay, something like that, right? Then all of a sudden, all across social media, you see everyone doing strip teases. And of course, many of you, it doesn't make sense, right? It may even anger you because it's ridiculous. Well, it was promoted by these companies itself. So a lot of what is happening around us a lot of it is not natural. It's being financed by entities, again, who are influenced by Patala, Sutala, and Mahatala. And that's just that. So going back to it. So we're all connected. We're about to get into meditation here in a moment, but this was extremely important based on some of the consultations that happened this week and so forth. So we are all connected. And in that, if we are connected, that connection that we naturally have is being and has been weaponized by people who do recognize that humans have this etheric connection. So this etheric connection could be utilized for better or worse. So just recognize that. That's why it's extremely important for you to meditate. It's extremely important for you to give out good vibes throughout your day. Okay. Say, ask people, have a good day. Just give out good blessings all day long kind of thing, right? Because we are connected, and you'll be surprised how that affects the world around you, because it will come back to affect you. All right. Of course, this is nothing new. We've been saying this for years, but since we had proof of bots and so on and so forth, because it's very difficult at times to get proof of this, right? Because they're very insidious. They move around they slither around like snakes, right? So we got proof again, and thank the creator, because the creator always creates circumstances where it allows us, the Meta Center, to get proof of stuff that we have shown you all many times. This is not the first time. And so I give most definitely thanks all day, every day, to the Universal Prime Creator. So with that, let's get into meditation, you all. So as usual, meditation is very simple. The meditation that we do, we start with just rhythmic breathing. All right. So you're going to focus on your breath. You're not going to focus on the music itself. Right. So we're going to breathe in through our nose. Hold it. Breathe out through your mouth. Okay. So you breathe in through your nose. Hold it. Breathe out through your mouth. Okay. Let's do it again. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it. Breathe out. Okay, one more time. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. So, throughout the 30 minutes, just take the time to continue on rhythmic breathing. Just focus on the breath only. It doesn't matter if you lay down or you sit up, whatever is most comfortable for you. And so, and with that being said, let's get into it, everyone. I'll see you on the other side. Greetings, everyone. We have made it to the other side. So, here we are. I hope that was very relaxing for you. I hope that the conversation that we had in the beginning put some things into perspective. Remember, everyone, many of you have been supporting for years. We do have free consultations. We have many services available on the website that will help empower you. So, I really suggest that people utilize the services we offer in these times, but with that, I wish everyone well this week. Get some relaxation in, get out of nature a little bit. And if anything comes up, give us a call. Until the next time we speak, take care.